So, moving on to the next stage of our session today, we're going to talk about why does visual appeal matter. Visuals are a powerful tool for delivering information as our brains process images faster than text. Visuals enhance understanding, retention, and engagement. It makes content memorable in various forms like business reports, educational materials, sales pitches, presentations, and what have you. There are various strategies for crafting visually appealing documents. First, we have layouts and formatting. You need to make sure that your layout is well organized. You have consistent fonts. You don't have different variety of fonts, like 12 fonts on your designs, different fonts on your designs, and the sizes are not even they're not even aligning with each other. You need to make sure that your design is well formatted, and do not forget one of the principles of design: white space for easy comprehension. You need to allow your design, the visual design you're actually bringing to life, make sure it's able to breathe and not all choked up. The second strategy is color palette. Select harmonious colors, colors that go together for brand alignment, and make sure you stick to those colors. By sticking to those colors, you have to know your color code. You have to know color code. By color code, what do I mean? For example, if I go here and you see this hashtag 927F0A, it's a color code. It's a color code. If you move around, you see there are different color codes. For example, let's say your brand uses black and we have black as 0000. Make sure you stick to that particular color code and not deviate from it. Because you're saying, oh, yellow means yellow, yellow is yellow. And if you say yellow is yellow, and you come here and you say, oh, I can call this yellow, I can call this yellow. There are different shades to yellow. There are different shades to yellow. That's why it's important for you to know your color code when it comes to color palettes. Another strategy is images and graphics. What do I mean by images and graphics? Visual aids enhance content comprehension by breaking up text and presenting data visually. You're able to communicate, you're able to enhance better comprehension of your design. People are able to understand that, oh, okay, this image, oh, this is what this image means, this is what this graphic means. Fourth, the next strategy we have is infographics. Infographics simplifies complex data and processes. It makes them visually engaging and effective for explaining concepts. It is all about using graphics and text to depict, oh, this is what this particular thing means. Let's use this as an example. And click on this. Oh, I want my clients or persons or customers who view this to understand what this means. Oh, I want this to mean give. I want this to mean give. To mean give. Let me delete this from here. No, I can't. Seems like a premium content. Yeah. Okay. So I want this to mean give. I duplicate. Or I want this to mean love. And so on and so forth. Oh, we're playing around. Oh, that's what it means by infographics. You give information to a particular thing. It might not necessarily be a circle, it might be hands, it might be in whatever shape or form. Next on our strategy is typography. We need to choose easy to read fonts, not fonts that we are unable persons are unable to read. For example, let's say I'm trying to find a not easy to read font. So, for example, see this. Once I see this, I'm like, oh, what's this? You're not able to. Typography, you have to choose a certain font. Number one, this font is like really tiny and hard to see. Number two, I can't even depict what's there, even no matter how I bolden it or something. You see, if I had eye issues, I won't be able to see this. So you have to think about those things. Now let's talk about keys to captivating presentations. One, visual consistency. Maintain visual consistency in your presentation for a professional experience. You have to just do that. Two, you have to create engaging slides, be it in colors. You need to make your slides like your bullet points, your notes, your fonts, the shape, whatever fonts you're using for your presentation. You need to make it like exciting and also engaging. You must be able to attract the particular person who is listening to your presentation. Thirdly, another key is you need to create slide transitions and animations. Don't just leave everything and let it just be there. You need to animate. Don't just let it just be ordinary. Like, don't just let it be ordinary. Especially if you're using Google Slides or PowerPoint on Microsoft. There are options for you to choose to animate. There are options for you to choose a particular way you want your presentations to go in and come out, things like that. And fourthly, you need to know how to tell your story. You need to know how to write your narrative. Fine, you might not be a content creator. There are different tools out there you can use to write an engaging story that will be concise for a presentation and brief. You have ChatGPT, you have Google. If you go on Google, you will check and you see different tools you can use to actually create a good story, actually narrate a good story when it comes to presentation. Now, your story has to have a flow, no break in transmission. I can't jump from, oh, I am talking about A and I'm jumping to the end of the slide and then I come back to the middle of the slide. No, it has to have a flow. Then we should also make sure that wherever we are giving this presentation to, whoever we are creating this presentation to share, to pitch, it must be audience centric. It must be based on the preferences, the needs, the what they actually want, what they will actually acknowledge. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm creating this slide, I'm presenting this presentation. Oh, it's just for me. It's just for me to." No, put somewhere in your mind that, oh, this is not my presentation, it's for others. I'm doing it for others, not for me. Because you are going to share this presentation, and if it doesn't look appealing to them, they're not going to listen to you. It goes out of context, and you'll be unable to pass on the information you're trying to pass. There are different tools and resources you can use for visual excellence when it comes to design. Number one, we have graphic design softwares. If you can use graphic design softwares to carry out, create designs, and something that would stand out. We have different graphic design softwares. We have Canva, like I'm on now. We have Affinity Designer, we have Inkscape, we have Corel Draw, and what have you. And for second two resources, we have presentation software. You have your PowerPoint, you have your Google Slides, you have your Keynote, Apple Keynote. We can use all this to create a visually appealing presentation. Number three, another resources that can help us to create a good visual excellence is stock images and icons. Stock images. Stock images, like where can I get images for free? Where can I get a bunch of whole lots of images ranging from nature to landscape and the likes? I would share with you some sites where we can get this. We have Pixabay. Pixabay for free images. Here, this is Pixabay. So you have a whole lot of pictures for free. A whole lot of pictures. You can explore. Oh, I want pictures about, the sea. See, there are a lot of pictures. So Pixabay is one of those sites you can get pictures for free. We also have Canva. Canva, you can also get pictures in Canva for free. You also have Pexels, Raw Pixel on Splash, Vectizy, and the likes. So another resource or tool that we can use for visual excellence is online tutorials and courses. There are numerous online tutorials and courses that can help us sharpen our design skills and provide guidance on creating compelling visual skills. We have YouTube. YouTube is there. You have Coursera. You have Udemy. You have Simply Learn. You have Alison. A whole lot. Can't mention all in this video. Yeah, we're going to talk about the elements of compelling visual design for our social media. Nowadays, we have clients looking for persons, VAs, who can carry out normal and regular admin tasks and also help assist in creating content, posting on social media, creating videos, helping them merge, and all that. And working with social media, you need to be able to know what your audience, know your niche, create a strategic story, a good story, captivating story, and also be able to pass on the relevant information. That's effective communication. So now the elements of compelling visual design, we have clarity and simplicity. Like I've said earlier, your design must not be choked up. It must have the space to breathe. It must appear so simple and sophisticated at the same time. Have color psychology. That's when it comes to your color palette, you need to know how to play with colors. You need to know what colors your brand or your audience is into, what colors will appeal to them. When it comes to food, what do you think? What colors do you think will appeal to them? When it comes to various kind of things, depends on what client you're working with. And you have typography, consistency. You have to be consistent in your visual identity for brand because of brand recognition, and make sure you're passing the same message over and over again without deviating from the aim you want to achieve. Storytelling, like I said, you have to create compelling stories. We have different social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I'm just going to give you a little tip on how to go about this when it comes to design. For Instagram, you need to focus on high quality imagery, creative composition, storytelling. Like you need to tell your story through your image or your video, and also your captions. Your captions, you have to, you on Instagram, you have to use relevant captions. You have to utilize your stories, you have to utilize your reels, be it on promotions and the likes. For Facebook, you have to diversify when it comes to your content with images, videos, infographics. You have to diversify. You don't have to stick to one thing. You have to diversify because you have a whole lot of persons looking from different parts of the world watching and viewing your Facebook profile. It also needs to create compelling headlines that will capture the attention and also provide context of what you're actually sharing. For Twitter, you have to use concise visuals and witty captions. Everybody knows that Twitter is a place for crews and all that. And for LinkedIn, LinkedIn, everybody knows, oh, professional this, professional that. Yeah, so you need to has to reflect your industry experience when it comes to LinkedIn, when it comes to your profile, or you want to post something that is relevant to your industry, to your experience, to your niche, to what your sector, so that it speaks to people. Not saying, oh, I'm an engineer, and what your profile depicts is, oh, you're a musician. Which one am I supposed to pick? What am I supposed to go with? On LinkedIn, you have to opt for professional visuals. And we all know that after we post our visual content, after we posted our photos, videos of our businesses, videos of what we do, after we post this content, we also need to measure its impact. The measure its impact will help you tailor your designs to a particular and certain way. Oh, my audience doesn't like this. Oh, this design doesn't seem appealing to people. Oh, this design is not actually doing what I want it to do. Probably you want more customers, and design is not actually bringing you more customers, it's bringing you more followers. No, you don't want that. You want customers, or you want more followers and it's bringing unnecessary likes but not followers. You have to look at all this and also tailor your design. It helps you to tailor your design and also helps you to know what areas you actually need to improve. All in all, I hope we've been able to scratch the surface on what design for a V actually means. So I want us to go back to our laptops, research. You can even engage with your friends who are actually designers, web designers, graphic designers for like their occupation and all. You can talk to them, oh, how do I go about this? Oh, I'm trying to create something. You can even on Canva, you can play around Canva, just pick a particular, know how the platform works. From time to time, once you practice, you'll be able to get better in your design skills. So when a client comes, oh, I want someone who's a social media content creator, someone who can post, someone who can manage social media and also has an admin experience, you'll be able to carry that without any hitch or anything at all. So, by understanding design principles such as balance, contrast, hierarchy, repetition, and the rest of principles we've mentioned today, I hope we would be able to learn, go back to our research board, and also learn how to create engaging documents and presentations that leverage layout, colors, images, typography, infographics, whatever, to communicate effectively. And you can use tools like Canva, Adobe Spark, Figma, Affinity Design to create these designs. Virtual assistants, we can unleash our creativity and tell our stories with the help of these tools. We can also tailor content for specific platforms and audiences. Ultimately, we all know that this course has empowered us as we've gained one thing on the other from this course today to help us stand out, connect, thrive in the competitive world of digital communication. That ends today's session of design skills for VAs. I hope you all learned a thing or two from today's session. And please do not forget, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Have a good day, a good night, whatever time you're listening to this video. Thank you. Bye.